Well, thank you for joining us. My name is BJ Murphy, publisher of Neuse and Neuse.com. And as a service to all of our readers, we're continuing our candidate interviews for the 2020 general election. Don't forget that early voting runs from October 15th all the way through October 31st. And Election Day is Tuesday, November 3rd. And on Tuesday, November 3rd at 7:30, make sure you tune right here to the Neuse Facebook channel as we have our annual election night results show at 7:30 on Tuesday, November 3rd. And there we have, as we were interviewing all these different candidates, there are a couple of at-large seats on the Lenoir County School Board, and we have one of those candidates with us right now, Ms. Michelle Cash. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I feel like I was just here.
So tell us a little bit about why are you running for the seat?
I'm running for the Lenoir County School Board because I feel that the board could use a fresh set of eyes, a new perspective, a parental perspective, and I feel like the board may have lost sight of the day-to-day operations and the challenges that the children and the educators are facing.
So tell us, what do you see as the number one challenge facing our education in our district, and maybe some ways on how you could help solve those problems?
Well, with the virtual learning, I would think that our biggest challenge that we have faced is these platforms they're not operating the way they're supposed to, and the reason why I believe that's happened is because they've been overloaded. I don't think any of these platforms were ever really designed or ready to maybe handle all of this curriculum and all of these students at one time. So while we have great technology in our county, the one-to-one education is the technology we have is amazing. I feel like there are some ways that we can improve upon it. Maybe update some things, make sure that we are with the latest apps, and just use that technology to our advantage.
What do you, who do you consider as stakeholders in Lenoir County Public Schools, and how heavily do you weigh each of their opinions into your own decision making?
That would most definitely be Mr. Williams and his staff. They are some of the most highly trained individuals and highly regarded individuals in our state as far as education. And to be quite honest, in Lenoir County, we're so lucky to have them. They could go anywhere in this state and, number one, probably make more money and use their abilities to further education for even more children. But they choose to stay here. Like I said, they are highly educated and they are highly trained. And they're here for a reason. We have the superintendent that we have for a reason because the board in previous years, they had the faith in him and his staff that he was going to be able to lead us in the right direction. So I feel like they are the majority stakeholders in the county, and their advice should not be taken lightly. They should not be disrespected in any way. And I feel like we should be lucky to have them to continue to lead us in the county.
All right. At some point, our teachers and students will be back in school 5 days a week.
Yes.
So what parameters or even benchmarks do you believe are necessary in order to feel comfortable making that kind of decision?
Of course, we want everyone to be safe. Students, staff, administrators, that goes right down to the janitorial staff and to the health and nutrition staff. We want everybody to be safe. So I feel like these temperature checks that we're doing in the mornings, just like you've had to do the CDC checks on iPads or cell phones before our kids can even get out of the car in the morning. So I feel like we do need to follow those CDC guidelines for quite a bit longer. But, science backs up that hopefully our numbers are going to continue to trend down. So as long as we keep social distancing, make sure everyone wears their mask and we're washing our hands like we're supposed to, as long as we pretty much follow the rules, we can keep everything at bay and hopefully keep our children in school.
All right. Do you believe the Lenoir County Public Schools receives enough funding from the County of Lenoir and or our state government?
The correct answer would be yes, but everybody knows that there are deficits in funding everywhere you look, all across the county. But however, we do have all these teachers who are so great at writing grants, and we earn a lot of grant money. If you watch, keep an eye on Facebook or anything else, you see all of these grants that are distributed during the year. Our teachers work very hard to supplement their classrooms. Some of them supplement out of pocket, others do the grants, and there's always room for more money that could be pushed towards education.
So take a couple moments and explain a little bit more about who you are, why you're running, and kind of give a closing argument as to why people should vote for you and even how to vote for you in this election.
Wonderful. Like BJ said, my name is Michelle Cash, and I am running for the at-large seat for Lenoir County School Board. I feel like I can bring a fresh perspective to the board. I do have 2 small children in the public school system. I see what they've gone through with the virtual learning. I see where they have struggled. And I also have friends that are administrators, and I see how they have been stressed. And I feel like that I can be more positive in my community if I'm a board member. I feel like our board needs to have more boots on the ground. When we walk into a school, we should be known, not because of any kind of status or stature that we have, but because an educator should know that we are there to help. We want to facilitate any kind of conversations that any of these administrators have. If they're having a problem, they need to let us know. We can't fix it unless we know what the problem is. So I feel like as a board member, I would have a lot of sweat equity in our school. I want to be very hands-on. When I walk in, I want them to know who I am. And this seat is not about stature, it's about service.
All right. Well, there you have it, folks. Ms. Michelle Cass, thank you so much. She's a write-in candidate for Lenoir County Public Schools Board of Education. Also want to say a special thank you to everybody who's watching. Please don't forget that early voting is from October 15th all the way through October 31st. And our general election coverage, which is Election Day, Tuesday, November 3rd, is at 7:30. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our daily newsletter. It's 7 o'clock in your inbox every morning. Everything there is free for you to consume, and we do our best to try to give you an action-packed newsletter every single morning. And also, occasionally there are some breaking news items that happen in our community. Please make sure you send a breaking news text alert to sign up for it. All you have to do is send a keyword text. The keyword is NN to 484848. So just text the keyword NN to 484848, and you'll be a part of our breaking news text alert system, which is also free for you to consume. Again, thank you, Ms. Cash.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you for your willingness to serve. And thank you all for watching. Be sure to stay tuned with Neuse News, especially on Election Night, Tuesday, November 3rd at 7:30.